Okay, so now that I've got my microphone fixed, a better opportunity for me to be able to run through the specifications and show you exactly what I'm looking for when I come into a specification document. This one I haven't looked at before, so this will be me just talking through what I'm looking for and what I'm seeing in this document as I scroll through the pages and how I'm going to try and find the relevant information. So separately to this, I've also got the scope of works document open. So I'll have that over on another page, on another screen, so that I can just add in any extra information that I need to collate over there. Okay, so in here, I'm just taking like all of this information, and this is critical for what I include in my scope of works for revision dates, that type of thing. You've got revision A. I can't see a date on here, but we may find it on another page. So yeah, just taking note of the naming conventions that they're using, and what they're calling the documents, that kind of thing. Any revision numbers. Here's our date. So this would be the date that we're including, and I'm looking over at the scope of works, and I can see that you have concluded that date. So you've captured that really well. Thank you. In here, I'm just looking to, I guess, identify anything from a security perspective. So I do read these, just to see that I know that I'm coming up. I'm going to be able to see communication information. I can see access control and CCTV. So I know the information that I'm going to be looking for is there. Also, there's a list of major subcontractors down here that I'm going to be very, very interested in. Even though we've been told that there's no nominated contractor, that's something that's going to interest me once I get down to that point. So this is all, quite basic information. You can see who the principal is, so that's the client, the architect. This gives us an ability, if we really needed to go and try and dig for more information, we can come back in here and see who's been working on the project, and gives us a way to try and find some more information if we really need it. Okay, so description of project. This is always where we'll find information for, I guess, just getting a basic understanding of what they're trying to achieve in the project. Now, not every specification will have a description of project, so it's not something that you'll see on every single electric specification. But the fact that they've got it, it's worth taking note of, so that and you don't have to record it anywhere, but it's just having a read and understanding what they're trying to achieve, so that when we're then going in and designing the system or building the system over in Simpro, we've got an understanding of what the outcome that they're looking for is. It may be specific to security, it might not. So this is just talking about National Construction Code. So NCC is National Construction Code. So everything we do, we will intend to do based on the NCC or Australian standards, or any sort of other governing body or regulation. So just quite typical information. They're just doing due diligence by making sure that that's included. So I'm just reading through these docs, looking for some information that might be relevant to us. So here's our stuff. So security services, so it'll include security intruder detection system, electronic access control, and CCTV. So that's giving us an idea of what we'll actually be including. So we know that straight up we're not going to have an intercom system based on this information. You may find it's in the drawings, but based on the specification, we can be pretty sure there's only going to be intruder detection, access control, and CCTV. So I'm still reading through this information, and I'm just scanning. I'm just looking for any word, anything that jumps out at me, to do with security. This is probably the point where I would do my Control F search. And that's, you can see that that's pushed me down to page 12. So like we were maybe a page on from where we were. So it's a good start to show that we'd kind of gotten through all the security information prior to that. And here we are. So this talks about associated building work. So it's just talks about, any extras that should be included as part of the building, so part of the construction work. You've got mechanical trades, so we'll just use our security search. So it's skipped on to page 19 now. So from page 12, it has skipped over a few pages. So we'll just quickly go back just to make sure there is nothing in here to do with us. So look there, you can see card reader. So there will be something in a lift according to this. Coordination with other trades. This information can be, there could be something hiding in here. We don't know. So sometimes it's good just to have a quick scan back over again. And nothing really jumping out at me there. So this is all just standard. So this is where I'll skip forward to page 19. So prior to demolition works, carry out a complete services search. So it's just saying that prior to any works, they need to, make sure that they're understanding what's existing. I'll use my control S. So skip forward to page 22 now. So site services. So existing services to and within development should be maintained. So it's making sure that we're acknowledging that within the existing building, because it's an extension to an existing building, that there will be live access control, security and CCTV systems. So we need to make sure that we're not affecting any of that with the new works. And if we are, then we're keeping everybody involved aware of that. So it's not something that we really have to, note anywhere. It's something that we would do anyway, but as you're reading through, that's just trying to help you understand what you're reading there. This is just talking about conduit. So in Australia, we can't run security or data with power. So this is just saying that it needs to be segregated. It's pretty standard, so not something that we need to really take note of. Same again. So for cable tray, it's just saying that the electrical services, so any of the power cable trays, need to be separate from security, CCTV, and PA. So that's quite a standard thing. Once again, metal cable ducts, the same thing. Catenary wires, just saying this is all just running through that same kind of statement. It's just making sure that we're segregating power from anything else, really. It's not really relevant to us. Okay, let's talk about existing. So access control is generating integrity. So we're expanding existing access control system to include new equipment. So when we're doing our scope of works, this is the information that we're looking to capture. So the way that we would capture notations like that is we want to use their terminology. Something like that, an extension to the existing inner range integrity electronic access control alarm system. So you are identifying to me or whoever's processing this, or whether it be yourself, that this is going to be an extension to an existing system. But we're also using the same terminology that the consultant's using. And so when we submit this tender, they're reading it with the same terminology and the same understanding. So we're showing that we're aware. This is saying standard LAN access modules, so SLAM, so not an intelligent door controller. And let me just so I just wanted to double check whether they actually had mentioned intelligent door controllers on this side. So all I'm doing is I'm just looking at the information that's in the specification, and I'm then correlating that to other bits of information that I've seen and just making sure I'm piecing it all together. So when we're doing our scope of works, we're including all of this type of information. So once I get to the security section, I tend to then just go click down rather than click using the search, and that's just because I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to skip anything and miss a critical piece of information. So once I've kind of got to my access control to the security area, that's when I'm then just using my up and down arrows. So this is a great example of contradicting information. So you have captured this information correctly in the scope of work, so I can see that. But on the previous page, as I mentioned, standard LAN access module. So this is a non-intelligent door controller. This standard LAN access module is non-intelligent. ILAM, I stands for intelligent LAN access module. Standard LAN access module. So SLAM, SLAM, ILAM, ILAM, intelligent LAN access module, or standard LAN access module. And that's just the difference in Integrity's terminology. Here's that note that we had picked up previously. So the installation shall be carried out by a licensed security organisation. The Collingwood Football Club's existing security provider is Logical Services. So they haven't actually nominated the contractor. They just nominated who the existing security provider is. So that's where we've got our ability to actually price this project. So when I'm looking through here, I'm looking for all of this information. You've captured it really, really well, and yeah, you've put it all over in the scope of works, which is great.